All right. So we called this the Pittsburgh style one. The Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm just kidding. They're a great team. I'm a big Terry Bradshaw fan. So, anyways, this here is not a good technique. It's a couple of things here. Let's say I wanted to move this pocket out. These fillets are tied to both, and it gets confused when I try and move this out. Let's say I want to move this out of the pocket. So I'm going to go to my preferences and turn this off so it doesn't bump into the 2D or make it flat. And then I'm going to try and take this pocket. Now I want to move this pocket over here. So I'm going to try this technique. I'm going to go to Sketch, and I'm going to move this 2 inches, which should take that past, but it doesn't because I've got this constraint here telling it to always be a 1/2 inch, which is cool. That's a good design. It's a good way to do that if I want to make sure I don't screw myself up. But I'm going to undo this. I was actually trying to get this profile. Oh, you know what? Well, I'll go ahead and do this. I'm going to delete this out and then take this and go 2 inches out. See how it goes past the part? We'll do the constraint. It's fully constrained. We'll exit out, and it's not going to like this. It did not like that move. It's trying to go down past that part. So on V5, this wouldn't work either because the way these fillets are. And I told you this was a poor technique anyway. So let's undo what I've done, put it back. And we're going to just delete these fillets out. Now, I know I've said to make all the same size fillets on the same branch, but you also got to look at this thing logically. I want to tie in all my fillets on this pocket to all be in one group, and same thing on the other. So the reality here is I actually would be better off if these were 2 separate pockets. Now, let's take a look at this. I'm going to double click this pocket, and I'm going to hit the go to profile. Because of the way I did this, I could easily delete that out. Say OK. Now that pocket doesn't exist anymore, right? So I have to have 2 separate pockets. I can do that now by going back to the pocket command, but I wanted to show you one little issue I find with pocketing. Earlier, I think I showed you if you go to Pocket, go to Profile Definition, you could grab this one and this one. You have your 2 sub-elements, but they're all in one thing. So when I select OK, and I do my pocket 1/4 inch off the bottom, that's all great, but now I'm struggling to create to remove one of the pockets. So if I go back to Pocket here and I go to Profile Definition, all I can do is remove all of them, and then it won't even let me add this one back in here. I'll try and grab that edge back there, and it says right here sketch edge. That's my sketch edge right there. If I click on it, it should grab it. It won't let me do it. I don't even know how to get past this. So as far as I can tell, I'm stuck, and I'm not able to remove this pocket out. So I'm just gonna select OK, and the only thing I noticed is to delete that pocket, which would suck if there was anything tied to it right now, but all that would have to be redone. So I'm going to go to Pocket, go to Profile Definition, select this one, select OK, if I go to profile definition again, I can select this one. And it will add a second one in there. And that will allow me to have them individual. So if I want to do different things to them, I can. Whoops. So we're going to go, oops, negative quarter inch off the bottom. Okay. Now, let's see, I'm trying to remember what I was going to do here. I want to break this to 2 pockets. So I realized, oh man, I've got this in one. It doesn't like it. So I'm going to go back to pocket, break it out, and hit that little X to remove it. So that pocket isn't there anymore. So I'll go to the pocket command, go to profile and add another pocket. So I'll have 2 pockets in the tree. I'll go minus 0.25 again. So you can see in the tree, I'm still using just the one sketch and the 2 pockets. Now, the problem is I'm going to go back to my sketch 1. I don't want to do that right now. No. The better technique for filleting this would be to go into refine, go to fillet, grab this edge, and make that a 1/2 inch radius for my end mill. And that one, and that one, and that one. Select OK. Now, where is that fillet? That fillet is after pocket 5, but you know what? That should be after pocket 4. These fillets look like they're in pocket 5, and in reality, these fillets look like they're in pocket 5, but in reality, these fillets should be under pocket 4. So I can grab the pocket, drag it down, and let go. Okay. Now, if I go to create another pocket or fillet, the ones on the bottom, it's going to try and put it under pocket 5. What you want to do is make your last fillet your in-work object. Now it pretends like pocket 5 doesn't even exist yet. I go to fillet and grab the bottom surface and select OK. Whoops, I didn't want to do that size. So no big deal. I'll just double click it and I'll change that to 1/8 of an inch. So I'm going to go back to this pocket, make it the in-work object, and the pocket will appear. At which point I can go back to fillet. I always do my largest radiuses first. So I'm going to do a 1/2 inch fillet and grab this edge, this edge, this edge, and this edge. Notice that I use the hidden line so I don't have to spin it around trying to grab the insides. Select OK. Grab the bottom surface and pocket that, or fillet that, add 1/8 of an inch. All right, now this is a much better technique. You've got your first off, let's color these. This is a group. And these two are a group. Oh, wait a minute. Where's silver at? There we go. I see gray on here. Oops. Okay, so we'll say that's gray. We'll make it my Seahawk color here. All right. So this is a lot better technique because you can see in the tree. I will do a, there it is, review, and go to the first one. We started with the pad. We did the pocket. We filleted the pocket. Okay. And then we do the radius on that. By the way, if you machine this would happen. It wouldn't have a pocket and then add fillets anyway. So all this pocketing would happen in one time, and then the next set of pocketing would happen. And it allows me to move this as a group, where if I have them all underneath this, sometimes the system doesn't like that, and it gets confused when I try and move the pocket. I'm going to try and really confuse it and move it beyond the part. So I guess first I'll go into sketch 1, and I will make this grow 5 inches, and I'll move this 1.5 inches and exit out. See, it has no problem with that because I'm still within my boundary. So I can move this pocket around, but now I'm going to try and shove it off the part, which is a little trickier to even imagine doing. The thing is, you got to know to delete this constraint. Now I could change this to 7 inches. That pocket's going beyond that, and it should be okay to do this. Let's go ahead and add our constraint. And it doesn't like it. And it says it doesn't like it. These edge face doesn't seem to be working out. That's the issue. And it stops here with this fillet. It doesn't like the fillet. So maybe if I just get rid of the fillets, it'll be fine. And it is. Now here's a sucky part. V5, this would be no problem. It just knows, like, okay, it's off the part. If you put it back on, it'll be filleted. Now what I have to do is, with the pocket as my define and work object, go and put my fillets back in. And this time I'm just doing this edge and this edge at 1/2 inch. I mistyped. At 1/2 inch. And then what's cool about this next part, when I grab this edge, it just knows to wrap all the way around all the tangent ones, and I go 1/8 inch. Okay, and we can color those. Okay, so our fillets are green, but I've got this fillet and this fillet grouped under this pocket. This fillet, this fillet and this fillet. Okay, all under the pocket number 4. And I managed to do this using just one sketch. I'll just hide my sketch here because it looks ugly. Alright, so there's your part. Oh no, look, it didn't cut all the way through. It doesn't like it when I do a single sketch and cut all the way through the part. It looks like it would do it, but it somehow adds the material out there beyond that. So this technique does not work for that. So how the heck am I going to get around that? You're going to see on my next video.